Good.
So this
Yeah.
is your house in the Lower East Side?
Yeah.
So big.
What?
It's so big looking.
That's good.
Can you spin me around and show me?
What?
Can you spin me around and show me your room? So behind you is the door. Is it like
Yeah.
okay? What do you think? Should I turn this one off? They couldn't fix the air conditioner.
Oh, okay.
So we have that.
Hmm?
Now they're on lower, so
Okay.
less interference. What did you do today?
What?
What did you do today?
Job interview. Visited my friend at work. And I got a haircut.
In a like barbershop?
No, at a gallery.
From like a art an artist?
Yeah, like an artist. With like office scissors.
Was it like some relational aesthetics like art haircuts or like just
It was not, I mean, it was just a trim, kind of.
looks nice?
Thank you. Yeah, your hair looks nice too. I'm so nervous. It's like, I don't know. I was like thinking of different things, and I think it's gonna be good, but yeah.
I remember in performance critique class, my favorite part was
It's been good. What?
before in performance critique class before like open mics, everybody would just walk around and tell each other how nervous they were.
Open mic?
Every psychology
Oh,
class,
yeah.
like before the open mics, everybody just walk around. I'm so nervous.
I know, yeah, it's true. Yeah. No. Thank you so much for. Are you? Yeah, thanks for everything. What are you eating? Should I like?
So how do you want us? Do you want us like scattered around the room or like wherever we want to be?
You can be yeah, wherever you like. I'm just going to plug in my computer and then I'm ready, like, yeah. Okay. Hey. Can't see you, but
I sit now.
hi.
Hey. Jen Reyes, and she organized this weekend of programming here at the art gym. And over here are Blake and Kathleen.
Hey.
So
Thanks for coming.
Shell is the Blake Shell is the curator of the art gym, which is the art space here on campus at Marylhurst University, and an amazing place. It's one
Cool.
of the region's premier galleries and the first in the Northwest to implement the wage standards, which is why we get to pay you so much for this. So
Yeah.
we are
Okay.
and next to Blake is Kathleen Murney, and she's the gallery manager and head preparator. So she handles art a lot, and we feel like the personality of her. She taught me how
She
to
handles like an art handling?
some. Yeah, she's not
Um,
and she taught me how to take these tables down and carry them around today. So I'm very grateful to her for that. On this side is Jackie Bagman.
hey.
She works with me in the admissions department here at Marylhurst, and I'm so happy she's here. And we'll see if anybody else comes. It's really hot here, and the traffic is terrible on the road coming here, which might be prohibitive to people.
Oh yeah.
People were like 45 minutes to an hour late yesterday for an event.
Wow. Oh.
That was me, Jen Hill. So, but we are here and we are ready for you, and we are happy to listen or participate or whatever you want. Follow your directions. What do you need? Okay, and I will also say that thanks to everyone for. So this is a homeschool bonus lecture on Friday, July 29th. And we are here with Giovanna Olmos at the request of Jen de los Reyes for her programming, which is we're in support of her amazing new book, which is called I'm Going to Live the Life I Sing About in My Song, right? And it's so great. And I remember when Blake brought a copy of the book to one of our art lunches that we have been having, and it was when I was in the middle of my mom art class from school, and I was like, oh my god, like, can I make a copy of this book? And then I did, and I didn't know where it was gonna go until we all are together, and I'm just so happy and honored to be here in support of the work that you're doing, Jen, and yeah, I just Jen. I'm really happy, and I'm really happy, Giovanna, that you are here with us too. And Giovanna Sundqvist almost is an artist, poet, curator, and performer from New York. Well, we met in New York. Where are you from?
What did you say?
Are
Very.
you from? Where do you say? Are you from New York?
I've lived here for 5 years.
Yeah. So she lived in New York for 5 years, and that's where we met. And multiple languages. She loves to swim in the ocean. We met at Blue Psychology Foundation University, and I was immediately struck by Giovanna. I'm so happy that she's here. We've done so. Gio and I started doing Google Hangout on air stuff together, like interviews, especially when I was like cooped up in my house with my kid and like couldn't go out, and so she was interacting with me on Google Hangout on air, and letting me interview her and so the Google Hangout on air part of homeschool always something to our use of it. So anyway, informative and interactive experience. Anything else I could say?
Mm, um, I don't know. You covered it at all. That was a good introduction. Or yeah, bio. Thank you. Cool. Um, should I explain a little bit what I was gonna do, or like a introduction, or like, or should I just begin?
Do what feels right.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just this is kind of an exploration of objects in space and like computer as object and in my room and sounds and things like that. And I've never done it. I've done this before, like at home by myself, but I've never done it streamed live, so it's somewhere else. So um, it's it's a little bit of a challenge, but but it but it's very interesting and it feels like I'm kind of like in two places at the same time. Okay, now it's over. Thank you. Thanks for. Hmm?
Can
What?
we ask you? Can we talk about?
Yeah, totally. Please.
Is that okay? Can you guys still see it? Yeah. What do you guys?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about some of your influences? Like, would you call what you're doing choreography in everyday life, or is it a performance piece? Is it both? Does it matter? How do you distinguish it? And what are the things that are influencing you and that you're thinking about when you put together something?
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good question. Um, when I first started with performance, it came from poetry. I'd write poetry and perform poetry. Um, and I was interested in like the technology or the medium of writing and reading, and like so the paper or the computer, and like when I then performed my poetry, I used props or I combined words with movements because I felt that was a like a more concentrated or way of sharing an experience, not just writing it on text, but also like having movements with it, the text, and thinking about like what like the weight of words and movement of words and words as like maybe being a certain body in a certain place, and um so yeah, and then and yeah, and then so that's kind of where this comes from, and yeah. And I wrote a text in preparation for this performance that I can read. Uh, I feel like certain objects need certain objects. Objects are also moldable, like they can take you in different ways. Design and placement of objects is in direct relation with astronomical placements, and the situations are ways of trapping, transporting, and funneling these energies. So situations, I mean like placements of objects in space, like furniture. The objects prescribe certain bodies. The arrangements themselves also include the arrangement of information. So, like within the design of objects and of living spaces, is also like how we communicate with each other and share information somehow, like the vibration of like um, like reading a text or like reading the internet, like how we process that information is also like in the objects around us, and how what they look like and the what kind of presence they have in our rooms. What objects can stand scrolling? What foods can stand scrolling? What bodies can stand scrolling? How does the mind process this information feed? How does the body, food, space process this information speed? So, like, this probably sounds really weird and philosophically written, but I don't know. I just feel that objects are charged in certain ways. Rooms are charged in certain ways. Like bodies are charged in certain ways, and like and words. That's like
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry we have
yeah.
to like mute it when you're talking because otherwise it feeds back and
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't archive as well.
Gotcha. So you didn't mention your influences, but so some of this stuff might be redundant to you, but I think you'd really enjoy. If you haven't already looked at her work, Yvonne Rainer, an amazing dancer, choreographer, has done a lot of stuff within everyday life. Wrote an amazing book called Feelings Are Facts. There was also a lot of artists working in Brazil, sort of mid-century, the neo-concretists, and they did a lot of work with
Yeah.
one another that seems like it would be really up your alley if those are not things you're already interested in. But they might be completely your specialty. I just don't know.
No, like when you said neo concrete, that's like my main inspiration. Like this is my favorite book. It's
I noticed
a
that.
part of neo concrete movement, but called process poem, and that's like a movement of visual like performance poetry in Brazil in like the 60s and 70s. So yeah, it's like they didn't really write text. They saw text as like movement or like body, like a text as like a body, and like yeah, didn't like they one person made a book where there's like holes in the paper because it kind of shows where we put our fingers when we flip the page. So that's like an art piece that is like it's like a poem, but it's more about the object, like the book, and then the hands, like what you do to consume the book. So yeah, that's actually my main inspiration, or like that's the main movement in art and poetry that like I care about a lot.
I have more questions. Really.
Yay!
How are you thinking about time in your work? Durational work and sort of our attention spans, typically as a culture, are very like finite. Like most people can't stand to look at something for like 20 the impulse to like look at something else and so sort of subject people to really slow kind of performance that maybe doesn't seem like you just don't know where it's going, right? You don't know how long it's going to last. It's sort of like real time. So just sort of how are you thinking about time in relationship to the work and the world that we live in?
Yeah, I try not to be indulgent with time in my performances. Like I don't really I don't like durational performances, and like that are kind of you really just have to endure certain parts of it. I don't really like those types of performances. I try to like not make my performances long or like lose people by like really being aware of my of other bodies in the space in the room, and like all my performances like context specific, and I don't know, if you can control space you can like control time. Like if you can make very precise like thought out, or like I don't know, just like succinct interactions with the things where you are like physically, then then you can like then time is like mastered, and it doesn't become long and boring because you're picking up the right object and moving it to the right place. So then it can be very refreshing time spent in that space. But like when it is via Google Hangout, I don't really. I only have visual sense of like the space you're in and some sound, so it's hard for it is harder. It's more of a video piece than that's why this performance was a challenge for me, because I had to like, I couldn't think of, like, you wouldn't be affected if I moved a certain table or some or book here, because you're not here. You interact with the book like as visual. So I had to more think of like this rectangular projection, and then the fact that you're sitting on chairs. But but yeah, that was a I'm not sure. I mean, it more feels like I'm making video art now. But there is something live about it. Like I can feel that I'm being watched in live time.
So this may not relate to impulsive thinking, but just something that struck me. It related to a film that I saw. I wish I could remember the name of the artist, but it was a woman who was working with the tropes of horror, and she made a piece that was all within one room that had kind of these moments that you would have in a horror film, but with all the kind of plot stripped out, so that you just were looking at um, her body's reactions to what was happening, but you never saw a thing actually happening to her, and it was all cut together, and um, not the connection to horror, but the connection being that as I was watching you, I was thinking about all of these little moments, and this is really specific to this format, I'm sure, but I was thinking about all these little
Oh.
moments that we see in our everyday lives when we're like doing FaceTime or Google Hangouts or whatever it is that you're catching some moment or some movement or some gesture or some visual information that we disregard because we're trying to focus on just a conversation, and um, and then I think it got kind of highlighted for me by the fact that for a long time we were in one room, right? So we were seeing all these different moments that could all happen in interacting in your space that maybe we would ignore if we were trying to just like have a conversation with you or whatever.
Yeah. There's like a separation. Like you have to kind of fill in the gaps yourself. You're not really sure. Yeah, there's a separation between. I'm like in a very different place. But then, yeah, when you have Skype conversations and things like that, there's so many, it can be kind of distracting because there's a lot of other things, like small movements can be like, we can't really control what everything looks like via video chat. Anything else? Any other questions? What?
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, what was your like main impression or main feeling other than what you've already mentioned? Like, how would you describe this? I don't know.
For me, I was really like, I don't know, I was caught on the fact when you said you felt like you were in two places at once. And just thinking about also like watching at the bottom of my screen, I can see like the number of viewers that are coming through, and just thinking about all the different places that you actually were landing, and trying to imagine like who they were, and like the multiplying effect of having this digitized, and
Oh, like mirrors?
like The mirrors, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look.
That was the best part.
But yeah, so it's interesting. That's what I was thinking about. What about you guys? Grace came late. Did you meet Grace? Grace.
How do we meet the 5 viewers?
I know, right?
Hi, Internet.
Bye. Bye.
Do you have any questions? I also wanted to spend some time. Thank you. You. Can I clap for you?
Oh, yeah, no, thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks so much.
I was thinking we could also talk more about homeschool my gender maybe to the kind of the new audience and new comers. Do you wanna hang out while we talk about homeschool?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Okay. Cool. Okay. Trying to
cool.
figure out how to position. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work exactly, but that works. Okay. So what do you guys? Do you have any questions for me? Gia, do you have any questions for me?
Um, what are you gonna talk about now?
I was well. I was thinking maybe to talk about homeschool, like more project.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I was there.
You're here in spirit. Yeah.
I wish I was like there in person. But yeah, you're right. I am there. Cool. Um,
Okay. So um, homeschool school is a project um, conceived of and or I can say that it started for me. It started out of a conversation with Manuel Arturo Abreu, who is the um, co-founder. I with homeschool. He's an artist and poet and amazing person that lives here in Portland from the Bronx. Um, we first met doing a performance poetry project that was commissioned by this woman Holly Childs in uh, Australia, and she was doing this thing at MCA Sydney. This Museum of Contemporary Art. They had like a art bar thing, kind of like actually what's going on today, where they have drinks and music and art, and she commissioned us both to do video poems for her project, and so we met through that experience. Oh, look at this cool video poem. Mine was called Cut Crystals and IKEA LEDs, and I was like kind of sending Holly a message of love or whatever. And Manuel's was where they printed out a lot of their Facebook statuses because they're having a hard time accessing them otherwise. So creating this like tangible archive, and then also interspersed with like Donkey Kong music, which really struck me. That was great. Um, but so we met that way, and they are from, or they are living in Portland. So, and I was living in Brooklyn at the time, and so when I moved back here, we became friends, and I was lamenting the fact that Bruce High Quality Foundation University, where Gio and I met, wasn't offering distance options, and so let's start our own school, and so we wrote a grant for it, and got a Precipice Fund grant, and pretty much everything good about the project owes itself to Ben and me. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it and be here and be, helping carry it out. One thing about our art school, as opposed to other like alternative arts education projects like Bruce, is that we are really committed to it being a school and being inspired by the etymology of the Greek word skole, which is the root of the word school, which talks about casual rigor, like leisure, idleness, and rest. This is all stuff we wrote in the grant, so if it sounds scripted, it is. But yeah, so we're committed to it actually being a school and not being an art project or a social sculpture. It's not like the project is meant for an outside audience. We are committed to the participants and to what happens between us, and it doesn't belong to anybody else, or like we're not responsible, or our responsibility is to our participants. At least that's where we like focus our energies to. It's not a spectacle of a school. It's a real place to connect with each other and like engage in art, contemporary art issues, and we do distance lectures like this one, and luckily we get to engage with a wider audience of artists, but also we're lucky to have had in-person lectures by artists. Dimi and Dine Yage did one, as well as Jamadri and Marnie's Harris here locally. But the first other lectures in first semester came from, I'm like, it's been a long year, so I'm trying to like work back all the way to the beginning. Where do we start? Hanishi Farah did the first one, who's an artist from Australia. Then Rosemary Martin, who's an artist and poet, writer in London. Then I think was Dimian, Dine Yage, Jamadri and Marnie's Harris, as I mentioned. What else we had going on? I should have brought my cheat sheet, as they call it. No, but I mean, part of the project, at least for me, part of the project is naming the participants and like making sure that they are more visible. Lots of wonderful women. I'll try and think of it later. We also did a art show at Compliance Division and brought in a lot of video artists. Devin Kenny, who also did a Miss Angel, Elizabeth Andrews.
Mhm.
You know, and oh really?
I can't really hear anything.
Me neither.
Um, yeah, something's wrong with the audio. I just heard Geo.
Yeah, I can hear you,
Oh
but
my god.
I can't hear Victoria right now.
Yeah, it was a lot of feedback.
But I mean, that was after Manny came on. That's when I stopped hearing Victoria.
Oh, is it my fault? Well, I can leave, I guess.
No, no, no. Saying it wasn't. It was pretty recently that
Okay.
before I could hear you. So
What was? I couldn't even hear before that, honestly. I feel like it was really quiet. I heard you though,
yeah.
which is good. That was cool. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, thanks to you. I'm so happy.
I'm like working on a DJ set, so I couldn't be at the college that Victoria works at.
Okay. Yeah, but luckily it was not live streamed.
I know it's perfect. I usually try to make it. I think I've only missed one other homeschool event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have to be there, you know. I have. It's my job.
Yeah, it's your school.
It's my school. Victoria. It was Victoria's idea, and then I came on board and helped her to make it a reality.
Yeah, I heard about. Victoria's talking about it when she went visiting in New York.
Hmm.
And we went to CHQ a few. Cool.
Cool. Are you still living with Jordan?
No,
Oh, you moved out?
I did. Yeah, 6 months ago.
Do you live alone? It looks like a studio.
No, I live one roommate, but she's out of town. So right now, like a friend of a friend of hers is staying here. 6 months ago.
Cool. Do you live alone? It looks like a studio. Oh wait, maybe my internet's working now. I'm gonna try to switch over to my laptop webcam instead of my phone. Maybe that'll fix the Victoria thing. I'll see you in a second.
What do you think? Do you have any other questions? Do you have anything else to say? Thanks, guys, for coming and like hanging out in this 100-degree room with the light. Thank you. Yeah. Gotta see the other side. Yeah. No. No. Stay. There's cheese. There's hummus.
Yeah, I can hear you, Victoria.
Oh. Oh.
Cool. I hope that fixed it.
Can you hear me? I think we're gonna wrap stuff up unless you guys have questions for Manny. Do you have anything you want to say
No.
to Manny? You sure?
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Do
cool.
you want to say hi to Jen? You say hi to Manny. Please.
Do I? Sure.
Sorry.
Hi, Jen. Thanks for hosting
Hi.
us.
Thanks for being part part of it. It's great to hear about homeschool. Sorry you weren't able to be here at the beginning. It was great.
No, I streamed it. I heard everything.
You were one of the five viewers.
Oh, really?
Were you? I don't know. I was looking at the views.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Is that your
Cool.
biggest audience?
For the internet, I think so.
Yeah, the internet's pretty big though.
It's too big, probably.
Yeah, it's good to be more intimate.
Yeah. Cool, but yeah, thanks so much for hosting us. It was really fun.
Of course. Thanks for taking the time. Great project.
Thank you.
I love you.
Victoria.
Giovanna. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, it's really cool. I yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, thanks so much, Victoria. Thank you for everything for this. And thanks to the host, like the space. Awesome. And thanks for everyone who came.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna stop the broadcast.
Okay. Bye.
Unless your power. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna give you center.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye. Love you.